Okay, so this is Star Citizen. I've been playing now for, well, I bought the game on Monday because I saw the Vanguard advertisement, aka the Bulldog of the Skies, or of space, I guess, and I had to have it, so I bought that, and I got a Mustang starter package for $45. But anyway, with the Vanguard purchase came this really sweet hangar called the Industrial Hangar. I think some people said it used to be called the Comet Hangar, Asteroid Hangar, or something like that. But anyway, I just wanted to show you around like my first impressions of the game, being as I've only been playing for a couple days. When I look out here, I just love the detail. Like I can see one of my ships down there. See another ship over there. I've got a couple more ships, but they like the Vanguard's still in concept and the Orion's still in concept, so I don't have those at the moment. But this is the upper floor. At the moment, none of this stuff does anything, but it looks pretty cool. You can hear some like comm chatter and stuff, but I don't think it does anything. The reason that I haven't used any of my other hangars is because this reminds me of the USS Ishimura from Dead Space. And if you look here, this is the elevator that goes downstairs. It's automated. You don't have to click anything. You just walk onto it. See the right over there? That looks like the spine on Isaac's suit, and the blue light looks like his health bar. So it just kind of like as I was going down the elevator for the first time, I just felt like, whoa, this has got some Dead Space vibe going on for sure. You see it's got some really cool industrial grade steel. It's got lots of scuff marks on it. Look at detail. I mean, look at this. You see every screw. Look, you can see the Phillips head in the screw. I mean, this is ridiculous. Let me come out here. There's a gangplank or a catwalk. Nothing's over there. It's just a dead end, but you can look out over at the rocks, and they look pretty sweet. And down there is obviously the staircase. So here's this little box. The hardest thing for me to figure out in this game when I started, and it took me a while trolling forums to figure out what the heck to do. When you walk up to something that says use, I play World of Warcraft and other games like that, and I used to play like the Pacific Theater, World War II Flight Simulator Microsoft had back, like, I don't know, when I was a little bitty kid. And of course, that was the garbage, but I tried. And I don't know, like clicking, going crazy, couldn't figure out what to do, hitting enter, anything I could think of, and you push the F button to use. And when I went in here to the options, and I came over to key bindings, I did not see anything on there. Well, then I got to notice that it says interact slash strafe down. And anyway, yeah, I kind of felt stupid after that, but I mean, it's a complicated game, so I wasn't really expecting anything fancy going on. So yeah, come down here, normal FPS controls, WASD to move, you can, strafe, shift lets you run, spacebar is jump, control is crouch. This right here is the holo table, and the holo table is used to interact with your ship, modify weapons, etc. So if you hit the F button here, you'll notice this menu, and you can turn it, you kind of flick it, and stuff comes up. Obviously you can see I don't own any extra things at the moment, but if I did, here's some weapons. This is the Badger repeater, and it tells you information on the side about it. Some laser cannons. It tells you their size, because each plane can only have so many ships or guns of certain sizes. And if you go to the ships, I'm not really sure what this is exactly, but it's apparently a weapon mount for something. I'm not really sure. It seems to have bracing legs on it, so it must be to one of my ships. And anyway, this is a Gladius. I do not own this ship, so I'm not really sure why it's here, but maybe it's a free-to-play ship or something for the time being. This is my crappy Mustang, but it looks really sweet in person, which I'll show you momentarily. And this is my beloved Anvil Super Hornet, which I'll also show you and tell you why I think this ship is super cool, even though it's a flying brick. I mean, if you get in front of it, you're dead, but it's not the most maneuverable ship, and I'll explain a little bit more about that later, based on what I've read and my own experiences with it. Yeah, I still don't know why this Gladius is here, but hey, it looks sexy, so we'll give it a look. So if you come over here, you can go down here and this door opens up and it sounds super sweet. If you have, I don't know how loud that sounds to you guys, but on my surround sound headphones, I mean, that's literally deafening. I couldn't even hear myself at all over that. So anyway, there's an elevator, looks like a cargo elevator here. It's very detailed. It's got a panel switch here. It says up or down. It's not operable at the moment, and this door, whatever it is also not operable. And you've also probably noticed that I don't have the little golf cart thing. It's because it's under visit, so I don't have that just yet because I was looking at the ships. If you come over here, you have this really weird looking pod, and I honestly had no idea what it was. So today, I just noticed it for the first time. I came over here and set it, and I was like, ooh, do I get to roll around my area with this? And I was like, oh, wait a minute, this is the actual module. So if you come to this, you can go to the drone sim, the race, etc., the multiplayer. That's how you access all of the Arena Commander stuff at the moment. I did not realize that's what that was. I actually hadn't even seen it because I was so excited about getting a ship and going and flying it that I didn't even care. And I hit escape, and you can get to Arena Commander right here. So that's obviously faster, but if you want the immersion, obviously that's the way to go. So when I come down, when you spawn right there on this little ledge, and you come down and it's just like, boom, look at my sexy ship. And you look up and just look at this detail. Those look like those are hangar doors that could open up. Maybe if you have like an Orion-sized vessel, which is massive. It's probably like 40 times bigger than that. Just check this out. You know, look around. I don't know if you can park ships over there. You can hold I think 5 ships in here, something like that. But anyway, this is the Mustang, and it's basically a clunker. This is like the alpha version, I guess. It looks pretty sweet though, I mean, I have to admit. And I had a little bit of fun flying it around. It has really weak guns starting out. So you might want to upgrade those if you can. But anyway, you get in this bad boy. You come over here and hit F. The ladder descends and you climb up. And it puts you kind of in the little gangplank walkway area here. Boom. Get in your chair, swivel around. Now, you can't see the cockpit glass in some of these ships. I mean, obviously it's there, you can see it on the outside, but it's really clear from the inside view. Now, as you saw when I walked up to the ship on the outside, it was like reflective somewhat, but you can see through it just fine in here. You can see it's there because you can see the corner of it right there. But the way this ship works, it has a really awesome looking display that pops up on the sides. And it's pretty cool, I'm not gonna lie. I enjoy it. Even for a clunker ship that it is, but that's enough of this ship, because I want to get down and show you the rest of the hangar and some of the other things that I really like so far about this game that I've found. And there are obviously a few bugs, so if you see something a little wonky, it's still in alpha, so don't freak out. And think, what other game have you seen that's in alpha that looks this detailed? I mean, look at this. This is freaking fascinating. So anyway, I mean, I love those light rings. I just love the look of it. It's beautiful. Anyway, come down here, and there's a little ledge over there straight ahead of me. I don't really know. There's nothing over there. I don't know if you can park a little ship there or what. It seems like the ships are tend to go in these marked off areas. So you ship here, a ship on the backside. And it all, of course, depends on the size. If there's a little screen tearing, it's because of my video capture software, but it should be okay. So this is the Anvil Aerospace Super Hornet military version. So this is the most powerful Hornet variant. It is not stealthy. It is not particularly fast, and it doesn't have the thrusters to be super maneuverable. But this ship has, as a Hornet variant, has something the other ships don't, and that is that it comes with a second cockpit seat. And we'll talk about that momentarily, but I just want to show you a couple little things on here. These are the laser cannons. You have 2 laser repeaters on the front, and then you have the nasty, nasty cannon on top. Now, that cannon can be manned by the second person who is sitting in, well, I guess the co-pilot seat. This is an interesting thing for me because I have a friend that I usually play games with who doesn't necessarily have a lot of the time, to put into a game like this, because this game, at the moment, because we're trying to get ships with LTI and things like that, isn't particularly cheap if you want to get fancy ships, like this one with LTI, which is lifetime insurance for new people like myself. Basically, since I know that I haven't played a flight sim since I was like 5, no, around that age, up to 8th grade probably, I was going to crash a lot, and I know we still got a long time till the game comes out, but I don't want to go wreck a ship because I forgot to pay insurance on it and have to buy a new one. That just makes me sad, so I don't have to worry about it with lifetime insurance. But anyway, when you approach this ship, you come up here, you hit F, the panel flies up, boom, ladder descends, cockpit opens. Now, this is what I think's awesome. When you just walk up to the ladder and hit F, it puts you into the pilot seat. Now you'll notice that one hand is on the stick, the other is on the throttle over here. You can see the buttons. Now, when you're actually playing, I don't have my HOTA set up yet because it's in the mail, but I'll have it tomorrow. This stuff actually moves. You can see the person like click buttons with their fingers and things like that. It's really mind-blowing. But you see these little red rings right here? Those are the UI HUD units. Like, they project the HUD. So notice nothing's lit up right now because obviously the ship is in the hangar. I'm not flying around. It's not operable at the moment. But your fuel gauges and all your thruster monitors are right there. Your targeting modules will be here, and your primary weapon overview, shields, etc. will be right here. And right here, of course, is where your targeting and all that stuff is. Now, you can control your 4 main repeaters with, in this case, the left mouse button, and then your big cannon with the right mouse button. That's how I have it set up at the moment. Yeah, playing with mouse and keyboard works. It's not my favorite thing, but it does work. And I'm sorry if you hear my chair squeak. It's really weird like that. So I'm going to get on the plane for just a second. I want to show you something neat. Okay, so this is what I was saying about the co-pilot thing. Now, my cousin, he doesn't have a lot of time to play. So the way I like this ship is because he could buy like the little cheap $45 starter pack, and then if he's bored, and maybe say if I'm getting an Orion, so if he wants to help me mine, or in this case, if I need someone to help me go attack something or defend a vessel, do some asset protection, I can have him come along with me one weekend if he's bored or off work, and he can just come over here to this side and hit use, and when he climbs up the ladder, it will put him in the back seat. And there's a few interesting little things you could do back here. So you'll notice that the pilot's hand, there is no throttle over here because obviously you have no control over the ship. And then there's this nice little flight stick. What this controls is the gimbal mount on these massive cannon up here, and that sucker packs a wallop. It's nasty. So like, my cousin could be sitting back here and he could be independently monitoring and controlling the turret while I'm flying the ship, so that I don't have to worry about it. So basically, instead of decoupling yourself and using the turret or whatever it is that you do, he could do that. And I believe, from what I heard, is that you can also control the shields, shield power, and things like that from back here. Basically, you can take care of this stuff while I fly the plane, because I don't need to crash my ship. I just love the detail in this. Like, you climb down the step. Like, this is mind-blowing. I love this game. I'm not going to show you any gameplay other than this today because, well, I'd probably embarrass myself because I've only been playing for 2 days, and I don't have a HOTA set up or anything like that at the moment, or pedals, because I'm getting the Warthog, and you have to have pedals with the Warthog because it doesn't have a twist on the stick. But anyway, this is really, really cool. And I will tell you a couple things about the Super Hornet, since it does seem to be a really popular ship, if you can afford it. Um, it flies like a freaking brick. It's not very fast, and because it doesn't have the directional thrusters that a lot of ships have, it has this really bizarre movement quality to it. And basically what it is because unlike other games where you're in atmospheric conditions, here you're in space. So say my ship's going full throttle, I'm traveling this way, I'm like, yay, and here comes a ship, it's flying at me. Well, that's a bad thing for them, first of all, because if you go head to head with a Super Hornet with all that firepower, it's going to explode. Like, the Super Hornet is nasty, but it's not very maneuverable. So if they get past me, well, I'm gonna try to bank around, right, to get behind them. Well, when you do that, because you're in space and there's no gravity, the momentum is still carrying your ship this way. Well, it takes a second for your onboard computers to switch the thrusters and throttle to push you this way. And it's kind of got this weird slingshot effect. So even when you're doing circle strafing, where you strafe and then slightly adjust your yaw to go around something, it's very strange. It almost feels floaty, really weird feeling, a slingshot effect to it. But other than that, it's a freaking awesome ship, and I mean, look at that. The cockpit just slides open. It's just chilling. It looks beautiful. And look at the detail in this hangar. This industrial hangar, I think a standalone is $50, and it came with my Vanguard pledge, which is just, oh, I'm sorry, but I'm a fanatic for buying stuff I don't need, like that, and the Orion and the Vanguard. But anyway, I just wanted to let you guys see, like, from a newbie, what I kind of felt about this game, like when I turned it on, and I spawned right up there, and I just looked out, and I was like, whoa. Like the first day, I didn't even look around. I just ran straight to the ship, got in, and went flying around because I was so excited. But I mean, you can see now that I'm looking at it, the detail is just mind blowing. Like there's reflections off this reflective tape, the hazard tape. There's little welders and stuff going around. It's just, it's beautiful. But anyway, tell me what you think. Comments. This is my first video actually, so ever. Things you want to know, things you want to see from a newbie's perspective, kind of as I acclimate to the game and its very hardcore environment. But anyway, thanks for watching, and I appreciate it.